Good
The
question.
Pro Dota Cup thing.
Was it in like the
But,
group stage or something?
let me take a look. Because, yeah, they were in the group together. RNG 2-0'd them. And then EHOME didn't play them again.
Yeah, I personally think this is a really close series. I have been waiting for this one ever since we started the day. Even against Vici Magma, I really wanted this series to happen because I think it's so close. Obviously, we saw EHOME play last time we cast together, which was a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
and they didn't have the best of times against Asta. But we all know what they're capable of. You know, they came second in the Pro Dota Cup. We know how good they can be. Question is, what level are they going to show today?
Mhm.
But RNG again, I think I really like this RNG team. I think they're solid. So
Yeah, I think the one thing that really comes to mind is just how will God King play. I think he's had definitely a story of two halves when it comes to that, where you can either see him do really nothing, or he takes over the game and we see God King in God King fashion. Which at some point I feel like he needs to kind of find a middle ground. Just it can't be one or the other. That's for sure. But when he's on, he's on. And I took a look at this last series that they played against EHOME. It was on September 23rd. And Royal Nova grew up 2-0'd them. They played Sven, Tiny, Omni, Rubik, Wisp. And then in the other game, they played Night Stalker, Doom, TA, Marana, Ogre. And they've played some pretty diverse lineups. And they've looked really good in a lot of these games.
I personally think Felix has had some really up and down games for RNG.
Yeah.
I think sometimes he looks really good and sometimes he looks so underwhelming. But I guess that's like he's playing POS 4. So when you are winning the game, you do look so much better, right? But yeah, like we've seen some Nyx assassins from him that maybe haven't been quite so hot. But yeah, I think they're a solid team, both these rosters, and they go tiny. I'm surprised. I thought they were going to go SAPPHIRE to help deal with the egg.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then the question is that they would then be giving up the tiny, right?
and I guess now the opportunity for eHome shows, would they rather play the Phoenix with the Mars, or would they rather play the Phoenix with, say, the Faceless Void? And there's that Mars coming out. Doom Tiny's a really good combo. It's interesting to see RNG ban Drow Sven. Like, that's a weird... Maybe not the Sven so much, but especially with the IO already banned. But Drow Sven open that up, I guess, obviously gives them the opportunity to take the Doom or the Tiny, and they take both.
I think Drow is one of those heroes at the moment that's really starting to creep forward in terms of its priority. That hero is really strong, especially in the laning stage as well. I think, and it takes out certain carries. Like people don't like playing TB up against Drow. I think Voids can be quite difficult as well with like the timings of the game. That is a Wraith King ban though.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wraith King ban. I know we'd seen XSS play that, and I want to say SCC plays that. But speaking of the Sven, at least from what we saw from God King, he played it against Vici, went 1-3-3, but also destroyed with it at the Dota Pro Dota Cup a couple times. 13-2-10, 16-5-6. Like, this is a hero he plays really, really well. I will say though, he played that Sven with Wisp once and without Wisp once. So he does it with and without that hero. So I guess the ban, yeah, definitely justified.
Have you seen RNG playing ban the POS ones though? This game, they're all about it.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. Drow, Sven, Wraith King, Void, and TB.
Is this not like an instant SAPPHIRE pick though from RNG after this banning phase? If it's not taken, if it's not banned, like the cookie's really good against the arena as well. Like it works well with the heroes that they have.
Could be your mid if they pick it
could
up.
have 3 mid heroes: Doom, Tiny, and SAPPHIRE.
Yeah. do like the Doom mid, but I wouldn't be surprised if SRF plays that. He's a very good Doom player. Setsu, I think, played it once recently, and he didn't really do that well.
Yeah. I could see them picking Venge RNG as well. I think Supers like to pick that hero.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So
he played it both games the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I think they value saves highly from what I remember on RNG. So I personally think this Oracle could be a really strong pick as well. Obviously, you can purge off the Fire Spirits and things like the Fate's Edict's really good against the magic damage of the Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different ways that RNG can go with their draft, and like neither team has really given anything away with their lineup. Obviously, you know, like Mars Phoenix, you know what it's going to do, but
and the Anti-Mage.
Ooh, so many position ones taken out the pool.
Yeah, the leftovers are light.
Gyrocopter.
That's for sure. Is Gyrocopter worth getting without a Wisp at this point in
time? Sometimes it can be. It depends on the game, though. Mm-hmm. What other position ones do we have? I mean, Lifesteal is still in the pool. If RNG want to go for that,
technically Nature's Prophet as well. Ogre gets picked up, so now you've also got Jug available to you if you want to go with that. Troll. With this Ogre. Yeah, Troll still in the pool. We haven't seen much CK, though. I'm actually not even sure if he's been picked up this event yet.
Spectre is still in the pool, which is a big one.
Yeah. We've seen some Spectre, that's for sure. And there's the Ancient Apparition. Wow. Yeah. WoW is right.
Of all the heroes I thought they would pick as their 5, that was not what I was going to go for. But RNG have liked this hero for quite a while now. Do you remember when we cast RNG this tournament? Was it Super that was playing 5 for them last tournament? I don't think it...
Maybe.
I can't. Let me check.
I want to say yes. He's been with RNG for a while. Yeah. He was... Yeah. It was him.
Yeah, so basically... Do you remember they used to pick that like AADK all the time on RNG last OGA? They really like this hero, and it surprises me. Like, I don't think it's a bad pick. And then EHOME just picked Monkey King into the AA anyway. So maybe that was one of the reasons they picked that AA, because they were a little bit worried about this Monkey King. You know, we've seen this Ogre Monkey King combo a few times now, helping the Monkey King farm, giving him that steroid. They have really good team fight now as well on EHOME with the Arena, with the Wukongs.
Mm-hmm.
And what cortical matchup do they want?
Is this potentially what we saw with Vici, though, where this ends up being like a mid-Monkey King?
It could be. And it would be a good matchup against the Tiny and the Doom.
Does RNG even have any egg scramblers?
Egg scramblers? No. And that's
Sapphire's still available. And they go Spectre.
They do go for the Spectre. Okay.
So you could still have the Doom mid. You could still have the...
I mean, that's a weak lane,
Tiny
though.
mid. What, Spectre AA?
Yeah, Spectre AA, but then you also have Tiny or Doom most likely up against Monkey King mid.
If the Monkey King ends up mid, right?
If it does, but what I'm saying is, like, even if it's Monkey King's safe lane, and they put one of those heroes off lane as well, like, the Monkey King still does well against them. So you have to remember that EHOME have last pick coming into the draft, so they can just wait to see which hero is going to be going mid on RNG, and then put that Monkey King matchup wherever they want it to be. Because you want to put the Monkey King up against the Doom or the Tiny, whether it's the safe lane or the mid lane.
So Zeus ban, Viper ban. Do RNG think about going like TA?
I think they could go Bloodseeker. Would be okay.
And then throw like the Tiny or the Doom 4?
Yeah. Put the Tiny 4, Bloodseeker 3, Doom 2. And that kind of takes out the Monkey King's... But then they lack damage as well, then, I think. Potentially.
Does Void Spirit work for them?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind it. I do feel like they lack that, like, maybe Kunkka or something. I mean, we always say Kunkka in this last phase of the draft. Or I do, at least.
Yeah, I usually say they're going to ban Storm or something like that. And then it ends up happening, even though it doesn't really fit. So I'll say it again. They're probably going to ban the Storm here.
Let's see B Cup. See if your magic is still working from a couple of days ago.
Hey, it still works.
God.
It's great every time. I love it.
Every time.
Big fan.
I don't know how to feel about that.
What? That I just consistently get that right?
You just say ban Storm and it always works.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten a miss on that in a while.
It makes me laugh how much more... It doesn't make me laugh, but it's interesting how much the China teams love Storm more than other regions, I think. Like, all the other regions play the hero, but China seem to like it so much.
True.
What do they pick?
You go Pugna. Interesting. Okay.
It's good against
That
Monkey.
doesn't even necessarily mean that that's a mid Pugna, too.
No.
Like, that could be a 4, right?
Could be a 3. I don't think it'll be 4. I think it'll be 3 or 2.
This is where you ban the ability to see where other teams are picking their heroes in strategy time. I was surprised. I really wanted them to go TA. Could EHOME go TA?
I don't think so. I think it's really hard against Pugna.
They go Queen of Pain. Okay.
Okay, so they are going to give away that it's Monkey King 1. So I think you put the Pugna 3 then, right? And you put like one of the other 2 mid.
SRF, Pugna.
Yeah, I think this is really good. I love this Pugna tiny lane as well. I think it's really strong. They have so much burst potential at that level 2 mark. Doom gets the 1v1 a Quap, which is obviously a little bit Quap favoured. I think XM's a really good player as well. So his laning stage especially I think is really good. But I'm a little bit worried for RNG's lanes potentially. But if this Pugna can pressure the Monkey King hard, I think this draft's really even. But they have better team fight on EHOME. With Wukong's Arena egg. My big problem, I will say, for RNG is that they don't really hit the egg.
Yeah, and we've seen games like that where it just... Supernova goes off every time, and, I mean, the team fights then break apart from there, if the Supernovas are placed well enough. I like it from EHOME.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's okay. I think
I'm not a big fan of Setsu Doom.
I think that hero is really strong. I think it's the kind of hero that you Doom Mars or Queen of Pain, take them out the fight, or even Phoenix. I think would be okay as well. And like just take the numbers advantage. I also think they have really good pick off potential with the AA. Like they have Horn, they have Ice Blast. There's obviously like when Tiny gets Blink, they have Avatos into Ice Blast.
That is what you sound like.
It's definitely not like one of those Doom games where you're picking too many targets. I think Quap or Phoenix seems like the go-to. If you really wanted to go Monkey King, you could.
I don't think you ever Doom the Monkey King. I think you Doom one of the 3 utility heroes, like the Phoenix Mars or the Queen of Pain. Like if you, I guess you could, but it doesn't get rid of Jingu, the Doom, so he can carry on hitting through and sustaining himself.
Anyone miss me?
Oh, they're actually putting the Monkey King mid.
Anyone miss me?
Interesting.
And the Quap's getting safe lane. So this matchup is really important for them. So they want to get the Monkey King against the Doom. Makes complete sense. I think he just managed to dodge out the Tiny's vision of him there. Don't worry, Tiny's got boots advantage. Oh wait, no. Monkey King's a courier. Good stuff. Why does he get a free spell?
Also, on top of all that, this isn't the first time we've seen XM go safe lane. I think we saw it like last series, right?
Yeah, and we were saying that he hardly ever goes like not on the mid lane, right?
Yeah. What did he play in the safe lane last though?
Wasn't it Pugna?
Yeah. I think it was. Certainly very different than the
Yeah, so
Queen of Pain we're seeing right now.
But RNG do the same thing. They realize that the Monkey King's going to be mid, so they send over the Monkey King, and now he's going to... Sorry, they send over the Pugna, so now Pugna's going to have this good matchup. They get the Doom against the Queen of Pain, which obviously isn't amazing, but it's like much better for the Monkey King. Sorry, for the Pugna.
I'm talking about how Chalice is really good on this Mars.
Yeah, he is really good. He's had some good performances on like this tournament as well, especially.
Feels like one of those heroes that you shouldn't be giving up.
Well, I feel like, you know, we don't really ever see Mars first phase bans anymore. Like, hero just gets picked first phase or like banned second phase.
Quick little balance strike from SCC on SRF. Ooh. That was a spear up top on God King. Doing a lot of early damage to the Spectre.
He's struggling a little bit for CS in this early stage, but Lane is pushing towards him. So. Oh. AA. Super.
Some trouble. Super getting hit. Spectral Dagger comes out. God's Rebuke. And they'll get the kill. James is the one who gets first blood.
X-Nova and Felix as well in the spot lane are just chasing each other around.
Game of tag. Tag, I've got the creeps. You're it. Man, Setsu dealing with the Shadow Strike.
Yeah,
not feeling like a good time.
So what's going to happen here is, yeah, the Queen of Pain takes the wave under the behind the tower. Now, not what they would have loved to have done on RNG was like bring the wave, the Radiant Wave, into their own tier 1. But because the Tiny took longer to like pull the wave, they don't have that option now.
XM now sitting level 3, so he's holding a skill point for now. We'll see if he puts that again into the Shadow Strike, what he wants to do with it.
I assume he will, but no pressure at the moment.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
There it is.
Oh, how did his courier die? Was it to the big count?
It looks like it.
Setsu?
Nobody was over there. Meanwhile, Stun comes out onto the Doom. Setsu in trouble. The toss away. I'm not sure that's going to matter.
Can they deny him here, potentially? Oh, he's going to TP. Fair enough.
TP? But that means he's walking all the way back to base. Or all the way back to lane.
Top lane as well. Phoenix getting pretty low. But this Mars is having a really good time top lane. He has 10 denies already. Like, these side lanes are both going really well for EHOME. And this is what I was saying about their laning stage in the draft, that their side lanes look really weak, and there's a lot of pressure on this Pugna to do well against the Monkey King. But, like, they're trading evenly at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not going great at the moment for RNG, but we've seen them recover before.
Yeah, for sure. Spectre going... Going double Ring of Regen, as well as a Band of Elven skin to start.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty standard though, right? The double ring of regen. In these lanes where you know you're going to get like harassed a lot, like the Venos, the Necros, like, even this lane for him, like against the Mars, is really difficult. So.
EHOME are going to hit this moment, it seems, at like level 6 that they're going to be strong with, but so do RNG, really. Chalice has the cold feet proccing as he freezes over. 29-2, and it's a 1-3-1 build for Monkey King.
Interesting. I mean, he can't really utilize the Chingu this game, though, against Pugna and lane. So he might as well just level the tree dance and just farm. Like, I completely understand that.
James comes over bottom, Avalanche now. Felix trying to TP out. Damage isn't there.
What a bounty!
I think that's 2 for 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The bottled confused me for a second. SRF now hits that level 6. Just a little bit behind where SCC is in terms of experience.
I mean, the only reason they're not like 1k net worth behind at the moment is because they have a Doom on their team, I'd argue.
Yeah. What's he got net worth wise? He's actually not even sitting that high in terms of net worth. He's behind Chalice. Kind of crazy how far back that both God King as well as SRF are, or God King and Setsu.
God King's not doing too badly though.
I guess
you
not,
expect
yeah.
you expect this Spectre to not be the most farmed hero on the map, you know? Like, this hero doesn't farm quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the return of the Meteor Hammer Spectre still.
His family
I was a
will
big fan of that.
understand.
Same. Toss over to SRF, X-Nova. He's kind of okay with this. They'll get the stun. They'll bring over James. TP in from the Ancient Apparition. Super comes in. He's only level 3, so he's gone 1-1-1. And there's that 1k lead. And SCC. He's just having a good time continuing to farm. He's got that boots in the bottle already. Spectre taking a lot of damage. Icarus dive over. God's Rebuke, and the kill is there for the sign of EHOME on the God King.
Nice kill. Yeah, and like you say, they now have this really nice laning stage where like the Queen Pain gets the 1v1 of Doom with 3 points in dagger. So like, what does Setsu do in this lane? There's like nothing, right? And they can just like look to play up top with the OGA whenever they need to as well.
OGA backing away. Monkey King defending his tier 1 towers. SRF pressures with the help of Felix Chavo, but he's only level 2.
Yeah, they have Haunt now though on the Spectre, so for RNG it's really important you look to try and make an aggressive play so that the Spectre can haunt into and find an early kill. So like you see Tiny like hanging around mid at the moment. They do know he's there because they have this ward down that they spotted him walking in with. So Felix wasting a little bit of time here. Yeah, being very patient waiting for this opening. He thinks that they just don't have a ward there because he's put this sentry down in the river.
Yeah, but now he Primal Springs down right on top of Felix. Avalanche and the toss. Tosses James next to SRF. Decrepify, Life Drain, but not enough damage. XM comes over. Felix is already dead, and they might get themselves a second onto this Pugna. Primal Spring, not even needed as the Sonic Wave gets used by XM. Double kill for the Queen of Pain and a 2k lead for EHOME.
Massive kills. And this ward, that is all the ward from X-Nova there. That whole rotation, right? And I want to go back to this because they have this sentry in the river. They thought they were fine with this Tiny being around. But he saw that they had the sentry there. They had a fight over it, so he puts his wards slightly further back. Mm-hmm. And now this whole Tiny's like last 2-3 minutes of the game feels completely wasted. And we've talked about how some games Felix feels like he really, you know, slows down quite a bit and doesn't really show his, you know, capability sometimes.
SCC coming from mid to top. Feels like it's been so long since we can say that. $2k lead. XM, he's now farming up that mid. He's looking for an early Orchid if he can get into that after the Treads and Old Talisman. The pressure's on to the tier 1 top. This is something that won't ever go up. Might just let go.
Yeah, I mean, SRF's trying to pressure in return bot lane. X-Nova, they've seen him in the trees.
And they'll spot X-Nova, but the stun comes in. He can just run away.
But they're just taking the top tier 1. Like, X-Nova's delaying this push a lot. And they see God King in the jungle here. XM knows he's around somewhere.
Haunt gets used, and that's to look for X-Nova. God King will get the kill.
Yeah, he would have liked to have got a bigger kill there, but in comes Mars.
Chalice, there's the arena. God King just got a kill. A couple of tower shots in the God's Rebuke. God King dead for the second time. And the blast to get the tower, but you've lost your Spectre for this.
That feels really rough. He's going to go minus.
And then they're going to doom up XM. They'll chase. They'll get the kill.
Okay, that's good
But,
though.
ooh, Setsu. Primal Spring down. SCC. He grabs the Bounty Rune. Balance Strike after proccing the Jingu. Setsu getting run down here with no answer. He ignites on him. And there's the tree dance, cuts the tree, have the stun, spear hits on a Felix Chaba over to the side. Chalice looking for that kill, he'll at least get that Primal Spring. And they've got the Bloodlust, so he'll devour, but he's dead to rights.
X-Nova's like waiting for the last hit. Amazing. Yeah, I think they just look to push the mid-tier 1 now as well. This Spectre can't really fight without Hort at the moment. You know AA's still level 4, 11 minutes into the game in the top lane. Phoenix on this Tiny's level 5. The XP advantage is coming up to 4,000 here already, and we're only 11 minutes into the game.
This is looking bad for RNG on all sides. They'll bring in Setsu, but he really doesn't have much to throw. They'll get the kill on X Nova. They lost their tower. Their jungle's now wide open.
It's whatever, right? Lose X Nova, it's fine.
Things are okay.
The only person that's annoyed about that is SCCC, because now he has to wait for another Bloodlust.
You're telling me X Nova's not even upset?
No? They got tier 1, dude. He's loving it. Oh dear.
Super going down to Chalice. Chalice.
Oh, he's actually
That
over.
puts him into the blink.
He's so farmed.
4-0-1, top of the net worth. SRF dying. That's Supernova used. Down goes the Pugna. And they are just moving all over the map, looking for Felix Chaba now. They've got the Ignite. They'll hit the Sunray, and there's the Tree Dance. But, oh, Avalanche stops SCCC from moving forward. Not going to matter. Sonic Wave used. X Nova, surviving, but James gets hit with the Ice Blast.
That's a 10 out of 10 smoke. I don't know who used it, X Nova. I think the Phoenix might have used it, but...
Yeah, I think it came from James.
They're just taking over the map. You know, like the Spectre still can't fight. Still waiting for that Midas at 12.5 minutes. About 100 gold short.
And they're just getting outplayed here on all sides of the map.
It's not even outplayed. They're just getting out-tempoed. Like, they can't fight right now because this Doom's had a really difficult time. They're kind of bound to their long cooldowns.
There's the blink shown. They'll throw the spear. Life drain. Chalice. He's okay. A little wear and tear, but that never hurt anybody.
Phoenix.
Ignite, stun. Felix Chaba in trouble, but without really much more. They're not going to commit. Ice Blast does hit on a James, and they still finish off this Tiny.
Ooh. Spear before the Doom can come out.
Doom?
Yeah. The animation, the big hands up in the air. Hands up, chat.
That is a long animation.
That's why it's so easy to play Rubik against it and stuff though, right? Oh, he digs up a bounty for his Mars, or his... Okay, Queen of Pain takes it instead. XN's like, don't you dare, Chalice.
My bottle's more important than your bottle. And Monkey King's just over bottom, and he's like, guys, what about me? I have a bottle too. It's definitely what it sounds like, by the way. I'm doing new Monkey King voice lines. I wasn't supposed to share that information, though.
Are you recording them without? Wow.
Yeah. We haven't gotten started yet, though, because of COVID.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Blink Dagger for the Doom. But that's like all he's got. He's got a mobility item. Phase Boots, Bracer, Blink.
Oh my goodness.
Chalice is just going around the map with his Blink Dagger, getting a multitude of kills, though. And now they look over at Felix Chaba. Chalice is going to back off because SRF is coming over. The Decrepify onto Felix. Now the stun, multicast, Boundless Strike. One more right click needed, but the spear from Chalice will take the kill from a long ways out.
Assassination. I mean, this game, tho's like, it's obviously very EHOME favourite at the moment, but RNG still do have the Spectre Midas factor. Like, they have the big cooldowns to be able to work around still.
Blink. Again, Setsu raises the arms, hands up in the chat. Alright, chat interaction. Does press 1 if you think Spectre is going to get the time and space to get to the farm and RNG win. Or press 2 if EHOME are just going to out-tempo RNG continually and take this game sub 30 minutes. The script is in your hands. What sets you have? Still just that blink. Felix, he's looking for a blink dagger, kind of far from it. Nova.
Nova. Yeah,
Avalanche toss, chilling touch, and on the way down he dies.
Haunt onto the
Haunt was
Phoenix.
used. And now the Sunray, no way to stop the TP though.
Was he under threat by somebody there or something? Yeah, they
he's about
arenaed
half
mid
health.
lane. Right, okay. So he had to haunt away to the Phoenix. Fair enough. I mean, Chalice is just absolutely destroying this game.
Yeah.
XM's like, don't you dare. My bottle's more important than your bottle. Again. Nothing's changed. There's an Orchid on the Queen of Pain coming out now as well. So all of a sudden this Pugner is like so susceptible to just getting bursted down really quickly. I think it's up to EHOME to find this Pugner at the start of the fight as well. You know, SRF is like on this Pugner is the hero that if they catch, like their team fight's just all gone. Doom. Oh, the A blast.
Triple Ice Blast. Okay, that'll hit with the Doom. They've got the Icarus dive. James, though, he'll hold Supernova. They get the kill to Chalice and X-Nova. So Setsu gets the kill there. Sonic Wave, Setsu low. Sunray burns him out. Ends up being a 2-for-1 so far. Promise bring down SCCC. He's in the cold feet. Avalanche toss. And the Nether Blast. They blow him up. They take out Super. They throw down the Supernova. XM will fight SRF. He will get the life drain out, but it doesn't look like this is going to matter much as he's dead anyway.
There's a vessel on the Phoenix already, B-Cop. It's 17 minutes.
Jeez.
I mean, honestly, not a bad fight for RNG, because the fact that they've got this Yasha on the Spectre now, like, he wasn't even there the whole time. They find this Doom onto the Mars at the start of the fight to, like, stop that massive team fight capability coming through. We've seen how much work Chalice has been doing. I personally think if Chalice hadn't been hit by the AA blast there... Oh, bot lane, hang on, God King. Oh,
Nothing
okay,
known.
never mind.
But XM, dead. As Tiny kills him up in the top lane, I
Dude,
believe,
this is
solo.
Yeah, he had the AA blast on him, though, as well. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. Now that Tiny has Blink, I don't know how Felix has managed to find this with 5 deaths, but now that he has Blink, like, they can actually find really good pickoffs with the AA and the Tiny. Because they have so much burst potential between them. It's just up to Felix to call for these AA blasts all the time.
Yeah, and line it up.
But again, I'm going to say it, the Spectre just farming away. They're doing pretty well.
We'll see what the chat thinks when it gets to chat interaction. Monkey King, though, he's got the Battle Fury. He was going into the Ags, and now he's picked the BKB after dying. So, a change in plans for him.
Oh
God,
my goodness.
Ice Blast again. They blow up SCCC. They've got the Avalanche toss. Spear comes out. They'll find a return kill on a Felix, but the damage is dealt. He's gotten the kill, and he's opening up space for the Spectre.
Yeah, they're running at the wrong heroes. on
Now they
on
know the
EHOME.
ward's down.
Yeah, the fact that Spectre's just getting, you know, away scot-free so much of the time is... It's really bad for them on EHOME. Because the way that RNG want to play these fights is that they look to take them away from the Spectre, and then if the Spectre feels like he can join in, then you just haunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so they're trying to hunt him out in the bot lane now. They saw him under an observer, I'm pretty sure. But God King knows something's up.
He's getting away. 2 early deaths. He really has been doing all right otherwise. Has that Midas and has made up a lot of ground.
But he's only 1,000 gold away from the Manta. I mean, less than that now.
Are
Right.
scanning.
So
You see the Mars under the ward.
Worthy tribute.
God King with a lot of space, a lot of time. We know what Spectres can do with that. And Doom too. I was saying he had phase brace or blink, but
Radiant's
he's just a
top
couple
tower
hundred gold
is
away
under
from grabbing
attack.
himself a BKB.
Yeah, when he gets the BKB, they're like, what's he threatened by? It's like Monkey King, I guess? Like, he doesn't care about the Orchid, he doesn't care about the Arena, he doesn't care about the Supernova or the Vessel. In that BKB duration, he basically has free reign of the fight.
A lot of chat saying 2.
I can't even remember what that was, I'll be honest.
2 was EHOME, 1 was RNG.
Well, they're going to be very disappointed when they see how the next few minutes go. All the people that said 2.
Somebody said, of course, 2. Where did James go? Spirit Vessel, and now he's going Lotus Orb. XM's got this Orchid. He's also looking for BKB, not too far off of his BKB. So these BKB timings are going to be pretty decent for the side of EHOME. Arena gets used, Spear comes out, and the kill is there on SRF. They'll look over for Felix. Blink on cooldown, so he's on the run. Here comes SCCC with the Boundless Strike. So he'll start it off. They've got the God's Rebuke, Sunray on him. That'll keep Chalice lively and Felix deadly.
If you saw that, Felix was hanging on the edge of the arena to try and get a toss back on the Pugner. But there was nothing to toss to, so he was like, oh, I'm dead as well now.
Just standing here.
Very unfortunate. Like, if he gets the Pugny out of the arena there with the toss, it's a massive play, right? But Super was just out of range on the AA.
So yeah, these BKBs coming in a big shipment for EHOME.
God King's actually got BKB queued up on Spectre.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's
Dire's bottom
not what you
tower
usually
is
see,
under
but I mean,
attack.
this game, it makes
Oh,
sense.
SRF. Never mind, sorry. My eyes deceived me.
Dire are scanning.
I'm on SRF, I'm ready. Don't worry,
Dire's
pick up.
bottom tower is under attack.
I'm waiting for the action. I think they're going to smoke here, right? Yeah.
I got super debated.
But they've got Arcane Rune bottled on the Doom.
Okay.
Ooh, this could be...
Infernal Blade on a 2.8 second cooldown. The Purge on a 2.1 second cooldown. Blink, Doom, now the Haunt. BKB's popped around the horn. Setsu as well as Chalice popping theirs. They've got the Doom out onto SCCC. They get the kill there. The Arena's down around and can't save James. So 2 heroes gone on the side of EHOME. They'll lose a third next Nova. Doom getting low, finally losing Setsu, but God King moving forward, looking for XM or Chalice. The Avalanche on a both, and it's a full team wipe for RNG. Triple kill for SRF, a perfect fight from Royal Never Give Up.
They know that because, like we said, the Doom has BKB, the only thing he's threatened by is this Monkey King with the raw damage. If they Doom up the Monkey King that fight, so he has no Wukongs available, they have absolutely no damage to play with on the Radiant side. And it's just a 5-for-1, sorry. All you people that pressed 2 in the chat, how confident are you feeling now?
On a scale from,
Radiant's top tower
you know,
is under attack.
not confident to confident. How confident are you feeling?
That's the rubbish scale, Beaker.
Well, yeah. Sunray on SRF, and I'll have the Primal spring down onto the Pugna to finish him off. SCC claim the bounty. Well, the confidence scale for RNG is from no confidence to Darren Till and who called them doubters. But I don't exactly say that correctly, so I kind of gave up on it. And he's Scouse, so I don't really do that accent well.
I know this Felix Tiny has gone from like having the most like difficult game at the start to all of a sudden being like really strong.
Yeah. He found a bunch of kills with that Blink Dagger the second he got it.
And that fight up in the top jungle, like they didn't get Egg off because of the Tiny, they didn't get the Wukongs off because of the Doom. But they know everything's on cooldown now, like including Horn and stuff for EHOME, so they just go straight into the pit. So they want to abuse these long timings that RNG have. Which is really important when you're in the early stages of the game. Because as the game goes on, like it gets harder and harder to abuse these long cooldowns. Because everybody just has longer death timers.
Radiant are scanning.
Okay, lead for EHOME. Spear? I found the Tiny?
Is under attack.
Wow. They're going to get the kill on a Felix.
James is 6-1 and 8, by the way, on this thing.
I wasn't sure if that hit. I heard the spear land. It may not have hit, but I assume it did. I don't know if the camera caught that or not. Top lane, they'll get the tier 2. They're working with this Aegis, and now the tempo picks right back up for EHOME. Like you said, these long cooldowns for the side of Ruin Never Give Up. But the cooldowns are no longer. They've got Haunt. They have the Doom. They're ready to go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Getting A on Discom Pugner? He is. Okay.
Now SCC going back for the Ags. Now that he's got that BKB, by the way.
Yeah, they need to wait for the God King BKB here.
Dire's
He's really
top
close.
tower is under attack.
Game's still... It's obviously still EHOME favoured, but they're not, like, massively here. They need to just keep finding kills with this Haunt. But this Monkey King, we've seen what happens when it gets to this point with the Axe Battle Fury. Like, the damage output from this hero is crazy at, like, the 25-30 minute mark.
Setsu in an interesting spot, but he'll blink back. Chalice, though, he's ready to throw a blink and an arena. He might catch Setsu in a bit of a spot away from the team if he were to come up the stairs. They've got the vision, though. Playing the vision game. Doom, Ice Blast coming in with the Haunt. SCC, he's in trouble, ends up dead. They're going to jaunt and jive around. They look over at X-Nova. They've got to kill onto the Ogre. They continue to just take names and numbers on RNG when the cooldowns are available to them.
But again, for EHOME,
Ags next, by the way.
I mean, what can EHOME do now that the cooldowns are down, right? Like, Doom and Haunt are both, like, over 100 seconds still. So when this Monkey King comes up in 4, it's really important that... Oh, hang on.
Avalanche
Phoenix.
toss, James. They've got the silence. Now the spear comes out, the arena is down. They look over at Felix, and can they get the kill at least onto the Tiny? They'll pop the BKB on XM. Ice Blast coming in. Link forward, still going aggressive, and throws the Sonic Wave. It hits on ASRF as well as Super. They've got God King coming over with the Spectral Dagger. They'll take out the Aegis on the Queen of Pain. He had 4 mana remaining when he died, but now he's got a full stack to deal with.
I mean, they've effectively used Sonic Wave and Egg to get a Tiny kill. And like, what we were saying is they need to be patient, wait for the Monkey King, and then just go again, right? But they've used their spells to get kills that don't matter. And RNG were really happy with that. There's a Quickening Charm for the Doom, who's going Axe, by the way, up against the Monkey King. So the break going to be really good against Jingu, going to be really good against Mars with the Bulwark.
Monkey King. Close to the Axe.
Yeah, he's been farming that for a little while, but I mean, he's been doomed up like twice in a row, right?
Yeah.
Still the most farmed hero on the map, though. Spectre's... Gokey's going Axe on Spectre again. Oh, God. I really feel like they need an Abyssal or a Skadi or something. Like, he needs to, like, help himself tank up, but also offer that, like, raw fight potential. I know he might be worried that having these long cooldowns is a problem for them. So, like, having the Shadow Step in that sense makes... It's like, good. But even so... Haunt?
Haunt used, and they're going to jump over. They've got the Doom on SCCC once again. Ice Blast comes in. He is just dead every single time they go after him.
Every time teams off cooldown, they just go in
they're
again.
stacking ults. They're stacking ults for him, but can they do anything outside of that? And I guess that's what's holding their mid game.
But like
to
again,
get to the late game for the Spectre, right?
Yeah. Hang on. Thanks, Nova.
Spear. Ignite, Dagon, Life Drain, and X-Nova. Maybe could have left, but he ends up dead.
But like we were saying, how it was so easy to like fight between the cooldowns before. Doom's up in 90 seconds. Monkey King's not alive for 40. So like, there's going to be this 45-second window where that's the only time where Doom's not up now. Whenever Monkey King dies.
True.
I think game looks really good for RNG.
Chalice going Deso. He's close to that. Should Team's going Shivas. But Spectre now top of the net worth, and we remember how slow the start was for God King.
Selfish.
And game's back to even, practically.
It wasn't even just for him. Like the Doom was really struggling as well.
Yeah.
It feels like EHOME aren't finding the jump anymore. Like if they can find the jump themselves and pick off a key hero before the Haunt and the Doom comes out, the fight's a lot easier for them. But at the moment, RNG are always the ones finding the openings. And as soon as they pop this Haunt, again, how many times have we talked about this? When you have this Doom Spectre combo, you pop Haunt, you see everybody in the fight. It allows the Doom to freely BKB blink in and find the Monkey King because he knows where he is because of this Haunt.
And that was the thought here that he's building now for me is you have to go Lincolns.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's still far away. Like, that's not going to be an answer, at least for a little while. And Phoenix going from Shivas to Ags as XM queues up the Shivas.
But he's gone from being the most farmed hero in the game to like dying 3 times in a row, and now being like 1,000 gold behind the Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
He's waiting to Haunt in here. Yeah, okay.
And they're going to smoke, immediately come over. If Chalice can break the smoke, that might even help the Monkey King. The positioning is key, and they'll break the smoke on Setsu. Chalice has the Lotus Orb, get the God's Rebuke. They have the Sansan to Setsu with the Haunt being used. Avalanche toss on a James. Icarus dive to the back lines. He gets the Supernova off. They don't get the kill on anybody just yet, but they've got themselves the Arena as well as the BKB being used there by Chalice. They get the kill on a Super, but they lose SCCC. Sonic Wave comes out. They'll take out God King. That's a massive trade for them. At least they get that this time around. But there's the Avalanche coming through from Felix Chaba. They'll pop the BKB. They've got the Spear on a Setsu. They'll take out the Doom. They look over at Felix Chaba for a 4th kill. They're around him, and he is in trouble. All he has is the Yules, but it's not going to help him. They've got the God's Rebuke as well as the Silence. They'll take out that 4th, and they lose SCC this time, but it doesn't cost them nearly as much to take this fight.
Okay, so the key thing here this time is Monkey King has BKB, so he gets it off. 2, Mars finds the Doom at the start of the fight in the river, so when the Spectre pops Horn, Doom can't instantly blink in and find the initiation onto the Monkey King. So it allows the Monkey King to actually get some level of damage off in the fight. Yeah, much, much better for EHOME. They play around their own vision as well, which is great.
That is what you sound like.
But I think Chalice, they're hitting the Doom up to stop this beat, like delay the Doom output in the fight is definitely what won them that. Yeah, that was huge.
Dire's bottom tower.
But again, Monkey King's still going to feel absolutely livid that he's the one dying all the time to this Doom. Triple C. It's like, guys, come on, like, give me a break. Mid?
He's one... Mid? Arena? SRF? Okay.
Nice glimmer from Super.
Like,
He has A on disc on the Pugner as well. So.
it's not like SCC is having a bad game, but he is 1-6-0.
It's
I mean,
very
what's he
rough.
supposed to do? Like, he gets
exactly.
doomed every fight and just dies.
What's the game plan today? Same thing as it is every night, Pinky. Doom the Monkey King.
But you do have to think that all it takes is one fight where he like uses the Doom on the Lincolns. And all of a sudden, Monkey King's like, "This is my time."
Double damage.
Double damage for Setsu. He's got Refresher. Oh god. Soon as CC won't be the only one. There's the Shadow Step.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I'd like to see how this works out for them. I still feel like they're lacking like this abyssal kind of catch, but I'm willing to be a believer.
Next.
I've had this argument with Nomad too many times that I really hate Ags on Spectre.
Yeah, we've talked about it quite a bit recently.
Yeah, but I just feel like there's better items.
I could agree with that. BKB, Doom comes out, SCC breathes a sigh of relief because it's not him this time. Ice Blast comes over, they get the gun to Chalice, he'll buy back immediately, but they've got the XM Queen of Pain going after the Doom, so Setsu gets low, he ends up falling, X-Nova falls as well. They're dead without the Ogre for 50 seconds, and I believe Shadow Step was just used. They're trying to get over, but the Supernova comes out, they've got themselves the Wukongs as well as the Arena, they can't get the egg, they'll blow it up, and SCCC still dies in this fight. Sunray right on top of God King. BKB gets popped by Chalice. They go after Felix. It'll be a full team wipe in the favor of EHOME. And they end up losing 3. Chalice did buy back in that fight.
Yeah, they need to make sure they go into Roche here as well. Because, like, They need to make sure they can do this while the Spectre's dead. I was going to say the biggest thing there is like, yes, they doom up the Chalice Mars, which is good, I think, for RNG, but if you're dooming up the Mars, they still have the damage output of the Monkey King, right? Which is good. But like the Spectre, this is what I'm saying, with the Shadow Step, I don't think it does enough. It's 4,200 gold. Like, you can't fight into them still, I think. When they get this egg off, they can't hit the egg on the Dire side, right? So like, you doom up the Mars, but there's still so much to worry about. So it's really important you have the catch to be able to take out multiple heroes. And like, Doom needs this extra item after the BKB. Like, he's gone Ags, which is okay against the Monkey King, but if you're dooming him up every fight, I feel like they should be confident killing him without the Aghanims anyway. Dude, XM has Bloodthorn.
Yeah, he was queuing up Shivas, but now he's gone. And he's going to get the AC. They'll take out James. SRF gets that one. The BKB, though, is committed by Setsu for it. And that BKB is 5 seconds now.
Yeah, last fight as well, S-Triple-C used his BKB really early. So you saw when, like, he tried to get the Wukongs and everything down, his BKB was already off.
He's died so many times in a row with the Doom not getting the BKB off that his BKB is still 8 seconds. Everybody else's is 5.
Yeah, I would have actually liked to have seen him go Satanic instead of the Lincolns. But...
Avalanche toss, X-Nova. Getting shot up in the air and killed.
Poor guy. Havoc Hammer for Mars. Shaco for Spectre.
If he takes
Does he not want that? What? Surely.
Yeah, you... Oh, alright.
Interesting.
Queen of Pain also level 25 now and went to the spell block. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing against Doom though, right?
I get that.
I mean, obviously it's a bit of a shock, but I think it's fine. Right?
With the Lincolns, I think it's a bit of a shock, but then again, you never want to get doomed on this Queen of Pain, so why not?
Yeah. But I think she's assuming that the sector's going Abyssal, right? So again, like, you have this double block against, like, Doom, against Abyssal, against, you know, Toss potentially, even the partner with the Dagon. I think it's fine. Now, I don't know this. I'm going to say it does. Does the Illusionist Cape damage output work on the soldiers?
Ooh, God's Rebuke and the Spear, Miss Super. Haunt gets used. BKB's been popped by SCC. So now Setsu, he used the Doom
on the Lincolns.
And now he had to TP out. I don't think he knew that SCC had the Lincolns.
And this is what we're saying. All it takes is one bad fight where you doom the Lincolns. And now they have no Haunt. Now they have no Doom. And they haven't killed anybody. It's time for EHOME. It's time for EHOME to just run down mid. He has a Spell Prison for his Queen of Pain. Yeah, I don't know if the Illusionist Cape damage thing works on the soldiers spawn, because I don't know if it counts as a reflection of the hero, or if they count like as separate units.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I'd assume it does, but I don't know for sure. Like, I don't want to say it does when I'm not 100% sure, you know? This game's really good, though. It's been so back and forth.
Oh my god, did they just pop double Lincolns on Chalice? Ice Blast comes in, Chalice taking a lot of that damage, but the Sunray comes through, and they'll get the kill on a Setsu, and he'll buy back immediately, but there's the Promise Ring coming through from SCCC. They had the arena down for just a moment. They start to back away on the side of EHOME with Chalice as well as X-Nova low. And they'll survive. I wonder if they about face and go again. They do have cheese for Chalice, so he'll eat that.
I think they just...
I don't think they back to the Monkey King.
Yeah. I don't think they want to fight.
Chalice does have the Aegis.
Chalice is really close to 25 as well. I think that's what they're looking for here.
God, the 80 HP regen. Oof.
Spear. Felix.
Spear hits on a Felix. They've got the rest of the team behind them. Now Setsu blinks forward. His Doom is on cooldown for another couple of seconds, and he bought back. You gotta remember that. So if he dies, he's gone and out of this game, it feels like. They'll throw it on the Veil. God King retreats. Chalice now sitting low, of course, again with that Aegis. Use the Wukongs and it's zoning. Doom's now up.
Haunts up in a second as well.
Oh! Just getting away from that. They got the God's Rebuke, And now they'll look and turn their attention over to Felix Chamba. They pop the Lincolns on X and they'll use the Haunt. Jumping forward, balance strike, that comes through as well as the arena. They get the kill on X Nova. They lose Felix Chamba. The BKB being popped by God King. They'll ticket the Aegis on Chalice. But there's the Supernova. It's right into the arena. They're going to try and get away with God King. His BKB's no longer. They blink forward. XM Shadow Strike avoided with the Manta. They'll move in and look for more. But they've got the Doom on SCC once again. They finally landed with the Lincolns on him. It made it very difficult. But they got the Sonic Wave that'll push back both this Doom as well as the Tiny. Spectral Dagger thrown forward once again all the way onto SCC. Is that going to push him over the line? It doesn't look like it. It's going to be on the edge, and it does. They get the kill on a Super Sensu as well as Felix Chaba. Now they look over at God King. He's in deniable range, but there's nobody here to deny him. They'll throw the Shadow Strike out once again. They get the kill on to James. So now it's SRF against Chalice, XM, as well as X Nova. They look over at the Pugna. They'll chase him down. He's hit with the Shadow Strike, slowed up and in trouble and dead. Triple kill there for Chalice. Full team wipe on this RNG side by EHOME. And now it's an 18K lead, 40-27, just 42 minutes into the game.
I'll be honest, it feels like everybody's been, thinking about Chalice and SCCC the whole game. That XM's always been like this guy that's just sitting in the backline going, constantly poking with all this damage coming through with like the Bloodthorn, with the Sonic Wave. Did the fight recap come up? Because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, I missed it. I wanted to see how much damage XM did. I don't know how they managed to get a Doom off onto the Monkey King that fight as well, through like all the Lincolns, all the Lotus Orbs and everything. Insane. And without any buybacks here, this is going to be, at least 2 sets of racks, I'd assume.
Alright, Cliff. Got the Bloodlust Chalice just slapping buildings, but so is XM. Look at him.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Oh my god.
No fire finish for XM. They'll take at the bottom and the mid set of racks.
He attacks 3 times a second on XM with Bloodlust.
Now they'll go towards top. They don't even have the Monkey King in this, and it looks like it'll just be Megas.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't think they'd be able to kill the buildings quickly enough, but
Arena Spear, Super in some trouble. 2-shot after he's latched onto the arena.
Wow.
And they'll just leave. 28,000 net worth leave. I say they leave, but they turn back onto Felix. They've got the Haunt coming out from God King, jaunting around with the BKB's B pop around the horn. They go after Setsu, and he throws out a Doom. They get the kill on XM, so they take him to the Queen of Pain. He's got buyback. Double damage up towards top. They may even want to use this buyback with that double damage. They doomed up the Mars. They still got the kill on XM. Now God King's in pretty deep. He does have Shadow Step in just 2 seconds. Spectral Dagger thrown to the Ogre. They've got the stun. They'll get the Kona SRF. GG's called right off that. They're not even going to fight 2v5. They'll end up losing God King regardless. And game 1 goes to EHOME.
Yeah, really good game. Honestly, I know we've been meeting about who's going to win all game and stuff with chat 1 and 2 and things, but it's so good to just see a really back and forth game. Mm-hmm. Although RNG played some of their fights really well, again, we talked about it Magma. Did they ever really look like winning the game? They took good fights.
They brought it back even. I would say that was the one chance it looked like they were looking to win the game.
But did they ever take buildings? Did they ever reach the high grounds? That point in the game never came for them. Yeah. And it feels the same as it did for Magma the other time when they had Mars and Magnus, that they use their long cooldowns to take fights, but then they can't do any more with them because their big spells are on cooldown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great game though. I'm really happy we got this because I was bigging this series up a lot before it started, and that was a good watch. I really dislike the item builds on the course this game though on RNG. Yeah. I think this Ags on the Spectre and the Ags on the Doom feels so underwhelming in comparison to what else they could have bought. Mm-hmm. I think if he gets Abyssal Blade on the Spectre, I think they actually have more things to be worried